Hildegard von Bingen. The 10th child has visions and is tithed to Mother Church. Servant daughter of Jutta, walled into her cell. On Jutta's death, she became the mother of many daughters, and she fought God within her. Spirit gave her visions more power, and more power, and more power. She said, yes. And so brilliant her light, it showed forth for all people and all time. A painter and a watchdog of the church, a composer of music and great leader of women, genius of her era, and feather on the breath of God. Hail, hail to you, for the warmth of the sun is distilled in you as fragrant balsam.
From Hildegardis Causae et Curae, Causes and Cures, about Rose. Fiery eyes. If a person has fiery eyes which are foggy and painful, he should take the juice of violet and twice as much rose juice and a third as much fennel juice as rose juice and add a bit of wine. Upon going to bed, he should smear this salve around his eyes, being careful lest its strength accidentally hurt him. If it touches the eyes a little bit, there is not much harm, because these eyes are from fire. When the gentle cold of the violet and roses is mixed with the sweetness of the fennel and heat of the wine, all of which thrive in summer, growing from gentle heat. The mixture drives off the fogginess and pain of those eyes. A violet first comes forth from warm wind, whence, with the foresaid mixtures, it heals these eyes. And from Physica, or the collection that became known as Physica, Rose. Rose, Rosa, is cold, and this coldness contains moderation, which is useful. In the morning or at daybreak, pluck a rose petal and place it on your eyes. It draws out the humor and makes them clear. One with small ulcers on his body should place rose petals over them. This pulls the mucus from them. One who is inclined to wrath should take rose and less sage and pulverize them. When wrath is rising in him, he should hold this powder to his nostrils. The sage lessens the wrath, and the rose makes him happy. Rose and half as much sage may be cooked with fresh melted lard in water, and an ointment made from this. The place where a person is troubled by a cramp or paralysis should be rubbed with it, and he will be better. Rose is also good to add to potions, unguents, and all medications. If even a little rose is added, they are so much better because of the good virtues of the rose. Whosoever is troubled by gicht should put roses in olive oil. He should anoint himself with this where the gift moves his body, and he will be better. Okay, that's what she says. Definitely aromatic. Petal, squish it up, roll it so it's juicy. Breathe on it. Smell it. Taste it. Just hold it in your mouth. Feel what happens in your body, what happens in your mouth. Sensation. And just hold it there and then notice your emotions, your thoughts that come through, the things you notice out in the world around you. After a couple of minutes, you can swallow it. I'm going to tell you what I noticed. And when you have a rose, if you're doing this with rose petals right now, or you're doing it in the future, you can see if your experience matches mine. But what I'm noticing right now, or did notice, was a drying in my mouth initially. But now there's kind of a soothing nature to it, a soothing quality. And all of that is telling us about Rose's medicine for our bodies. And then also, if you notice what happens in your emotional state, in your heart state, or wherever you're in your body you're drawn to, you can notice what the qualities are there as well. And Rose has a way that they're speaking to you very personally, and the medicine you might be needing in your body and possibly with your heart or with your womb. It's a blood mover. It's a great pelvic what's the word? Moves pelvic stagnation. And then also Rose is wonderful for your skin and for your mind, your emotions. When we're grieving, Rose has long been a companion in grief. can use all parts of the rose really for your medicine. We're going to make an oil right now, and the way we'll do that is we have lovely olive oil right here, and I usually just chop it up in little pieces, all of it, the petals, the buds. You can do the stems too, the leaves, all these. I would work with the newer leaves, so that's like the top part of the plant, just the upper inches. And we just have a little jar here, so we'll see what we can do here. So we can solar infuse it, leave it out in the sun or on a sunny windowsill for the next couple of weeks, or we could put it over or within a low heat, like in a dehydrator for 100 degrees Fahrenheit overnight, or in an oven, bread proofing style, again at a very low temperature, 100 degrees Fahrenheit or so. What I'm going to do is solar infuse this rose oil for the rest of the day. So I'll just put it out in the sun, probably keep it out in the garden here while I'm at Erin's house, and then take it home and put it in my garden, let it sit there for the rest of the day and into the evening. And then I will put it in my dehydrator and let it infuse overnight at a low temperature. And then we'll be ready for the next part of the medicine making.
This is the balsam that we are in the process of making with our olive oil and our rose petals. And the reason that we chose this particular little piece of Hildegard's music is because it talks about the fragrance of balsam. And I want to teach you how to sing this one little fragment of Hildegard's much bigger piece, O Viridissima Virga. I want to show you how to do that with the old notation that is in Hildegard's own hand, in her own manuscripts. It's the way that she would have taught the women who studied with her to sing this music. So here are the words. In Latin is the black, and the translation in red. Ave, ave, sit tibi, quia calor solis in te sudavit, sic ut odor balsami.
Ah, nice and warm.
I'm going to go ahead and put it in the dehydrator for the night. Okay, now we get to squeeze it up. Now, do you want to do it?
You
No.
do.
Okay.
Not really.
Ooh, pretty. All right, I'm going to just wipe my hands on the grass.
So what we are looking at are these pages that we created of this fragment of chant, and we're going to be learning this chant by singing one word at a time, or one small phrase at a time. I'll sing it, and then Jane and I will sing it together. So
You sing
that
too.
And you sing too. That's right. So that we all learn it together. Ave, 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 sit tibi, sit tibi. Good. And what we just sang was hail, hail to you. So now we're going to sing that whole phrase together. Ave.